In this video we experiment with SEO, search engine optimization. So while I was working on my niche website, I was getting the feeling that there was only two things that I was doing that was making the big differences with SEO. So the website was climbing the ranks slowly but surely, and I felt like most of what I was doing wasn't actually making a difference. So to experiment, I decided to stop doing most of the stuff I was doing and focus on two things. Now the important things with SEO are to have quality, relevant content on your website that you're trying to rank for, and to get quality backlinks pointing towards your website. So I continued to add content to the website, which was one of the things I was doing, and I was building quality backlinks using a service called Build My Rank. Now that was it. That's my whole search engine optimization strategy, and I wanted to see if I could get from position 62 in Google to the first page. So I'll just show you what happened. So at first I wanted to reveal the niche, but Build My Rank told me not to, so I'm not going to do that for now. But this is the website that I started to do that work on. I'll zoom in so you can see better. So I started this experiment about here on the 17th. And as you can see, I was ranking at position 62, as I said a minute ago. So at this point, I just stopped doing everything else except for adding content on the website and using Build My Rank to get some good backlinks pointing towards the site. And instantly I got a drop here. Google does these weird things sometimes, I don't know why that happened. But as you can see here, it shot straight up to position 12. Pretty fast, right? So by the 27th, I'll move it up a lot. So by the 27th, I got to position number 9. Now, that's the first page of Google, so it only took 10 days to get from position 62 to position number 9 using this two-part strategy. So however complicated SEO is getting, doing these simple things seem to work for me. Now, this key phrase that I'm ranking for gets about 9,000 searches per month. And those are exact searches as well, they're not broad searches. So it's not the most competitive key phrase, but it's pretty decent. So to get to the first page will get me some traffic. I'll show you what happened to the traffic, because there's no point ranking for websites on Google if you're not going to get any traffic out of it. So here's what the traffic's looking like for the website. This is January the 17th, as you can see. I got 6 visits on the 17th when I started this. A few days around it, 1 visit, 5 visits, so not much. At position 62, no one goes that far into Google to find what they're looking for. So by the 27th, I was on the first page. 27th, there it is. So on the 27th, being at position number 9, I got 28 visits. So that's not that impressive, but it's a huge jump from 2 and 3 a day. And at the moment, last night, I got 55 visits. So it's slowly increasing as I climb up the ranks. It's not that impressive, but 55 visits a day in such a short amount of time from nearly 0, I think was well worth the effort and the time. So that's what's happening with traffic right now. In the future, to try and get more traffic, I'm going to start targeting different key phrases that are relevant on the website and start to try and rank for different key phrases. Now I'm going to start using other services other than Build My Rank to build my backlinks. And the reason is that if that blog network goes down, I lose all my backlinks, so I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, basically. But this experiment was just to show how powerful it was. So right now, let's take a look at Build My Rank itself. So this is part of Build My Rank. It shows you some statistics, and I'll just show you why this is such a good service. So this is a distribution of the posts that I've submitted with the links in them. You submit posts, they have to be of decent quality to get accepted, and they go to these high PageRank websites. Now most of them are PageRank 1, 2 and 3, which isn't that great, but the 2s and 3s are pretty good, and they're not actually that easy to get without this. But there are a few 4s and 5s here as well, which are really hard to get, especially for a niche website. So that's why this is such a good service, because they submit your links, your articles with your links in them to such high quality blogs. So I'll just show you how the process works. You can add up to 5 domains for the basic package. You write a post. So for each 150 words of original content that you write, you can add 1 link into it. So you could do a 300 word article and put 2 links into it, or you can submit 150 word articles one at a time. Now, this does take more effort than with a lot of blog networks because you can't use spun articles, but the positive side is it's only 150 words, so it's not actually that much. So if you do a few every morning or a few every night, it adds up really fast and you get a lot of quality backlinks pointing towards your website. Now just some tips when doing this and when backlinking in general If Google picks up that it's looking unnatural, then it won't be happy at all, and your website might actually go down in the ranks. So the first thing to remember is to pick good anchor text. So your anchor text is like this thing here, reading posting guidelines is the anchor text for this link. They need to be relevant, but you can't have them all the same. If they're all the same for every link, Google will pick up on it and your website might start to go down the link. So for example, if you're trying to rank for dog training, you'd have dog training in most of them, but every now and again you can mix stuff in there like cheap dog training or whatever. Just add an extra word and mix it up a little, because in reality no one would naturally link to your website with the same anchor text every time. So make sure you mix that up. You don't need to do it all the time. You can do quite a few just saying dog training, but don't do it for all your backlinks. Now the second thing is to link back to different pages on your website. A lot of people link back to only the home page, and that's very unnatural too. The way I do it is I link about 60% of my links back to the home page, and then 40% of my links are pointing back to different pages on the website, and that looks a lot more natural. And the third thing is not to put too many backlinks pointing to your website at the same time. Now with Build My Rank, if you're only doing a few articles at a time, that's not a problem, even though you can limit the amount of links it releases a day. But if you use one of the other blog networking services, sometimes you can get thousands of backlinks a day, and that just looks very unnatural, and it usually doesn't do your website any favors. Another thing about this I can mention is you can actually pay for posts if you're a bit lazy and you don't want to write your 150 words. They cost $2.50 per post with a link in it, but you can get your articles written by real people cheaper elsewhere, so I don't know if you really want to use that. This is a paid service. It costs about $60 a month, but you can cancel at any time, which is what I do. I sign up and then I cancel straight away, and then if I want to sign up the month after, then I do that, because I don't like money automatically leaving my account. Now, the great thing about Build My Rank, which is how I got hooked on it, is they do a trial which gives you 10 free backlinks. Now, it's kind of luck of the draw. These backlinks might end up being PageRank 5 or PageRank 6, or they might all end up being PageRank 1 and PageRank 2. But they are 10 free backlinks, so I highly suggest doing that. I'll put a link to that in the description below. And I've also written a post about this topic, so if you want to check that out, I'll put a link to that back to experimentincome.com too. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say about this. Build My Rank, building quality backlinks and writing great content on your website is still a very powerful way to get your website high in Google search results.
Experiment income, make more money today. We will show you the scientific way, yeah.